Well, it's Friday. Friday's almost over, but I got up early and was going to work on the platform for the patio stairs, but I wasn't really all together until about 10 in the morning. I started to work on the platform. I had my radio out there and my tools, and I was drawing things on this big piece of wood, and I thought, I'm going to have to ask my brother to borrow his chop saw. And just then my brother showed up. And I said, I was just about to call you. And he said, did you know that my truck was vandalized? And I said, what? So I went to the driveway. Sure enough, he has a dark truck and it was spray painted with silver. He said he didn't even notice it. It was the other side of where you get in to drive. It was the passenger side, so he didn't see it. Someone, when he went to pick something up, they said, too bad your truck got vandalized. He didn't even know it till then. And I said, what about Mom's car? Well, I don't know. So I went back over there with him. Yeah, her car was sprayed on as well. I said, well, I guess what the proper procedure is to call the police and make a report and then call the insurance company if you want anyone else to work on it or restore it the way it's supposed to or whatever. So I tried calling the county police. That's who we have to go through. And the dispatcher said, well, unless it's a life-threatening thing, we can't dispatch anyone at all because of they're on special assignment, which means they're over in Ferguson with all the other policemen with the mess that's going on over there. And she said, just take pictures of it and, you'll have to try back when they're not dispatched to you're in District 1 and they're all dispatched to, they have a special dispatch. And I knew what she was talking about, so I said, okay. Ugh. So I'm going to include the video footage of that after this. And I discovered that I have 2 jigsaws. I didn't know I had a newer one. Apparently I haven't used it for a while. But it doesn't have the right blade. So I went to the hardware store and I bought a new blade. It's going to go up and down like this and right through the wood. And I'm going to saw the pieces up for my platform tomorrow morning. Not too early or I'll make a lot of enemies because it's kind of noisy. But I'll try doing that tomorrow. I'm still waiting to hear about a part-time caregiver job. The family themselves are waiting to hear from the nursing facility. They had apparently let the mother go home without any instructions or medicine or anything, and even her doctor didn't know about it. And her mom got sick and then back in the nursing center, so we're waiting to hear. I don't know. I'm still looking for a day job. My son Brian said I ought to make things and sell them on Etsy, which I really should get my butt in gear and do something. I made a giant pot of this concoction and I don't really know what to call it. It's kind of like a bean, pea, barley. It has split peas and black beans and chickpeas, barley, some other red beans that I don't know what they are. They're not kidney beans. They're little tiny beans with white dots on them. A little bit of beef, little onion, celery, tomato, that tomato vegetable juice you can drink, big jug of that. It's a giant pot of this stuff. You have to cook it for a while with dry beans in there, otherwise you'll break your teeth. I learned the hard way. So that's on the stove cooling down so I can put it away, and I have enough there to make several quart-sized bags to put in the freezer, which is a great thing to do if you have extra food. That way, when you're hungry and you're tired and you just come home from work or wherever you come home from, you just grab the bag and heat it up and you've got dinner. So that I did today. Tomorrow is Italian speaking club, meetup, barbecue, pool party, whatever, and it's about an hour drive from here. And they said if it rains, we won't do it. Maybe, we don't know. It started raining. It's supposed to rain through next Friday. So, I don't know, I'll have to call them because I don't want to spend time and effort and gas and the car, blah, 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 to go all the way down there if they're not going to have it. It's out in the country. I don't want to get stuck out in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. the International Festival for the International Institute of St. Louis. They help refugees and immigrants assimilate and learn English and things like that. They're having a big festival, the annual International Festival next weekend at Tower Grove Park. And I always volunteer. This year I'm volunteering on the setup committee where you put the booths together and all that on Friday. I've never done that before, and I think I'll meet more of the organizers this way instead of just volunteers. So that ought to be interesting. And I do intend on going to the festival. It is free admittance. Now there's food and trinkets and things like that you can buy. But the admittance is free, and you'll get to see cultures from all over the world and music, and they're going to have Shaolin monks. They're going to have salsa dancing. People from countries that I didn't even know existed until last year when I met people from this African nation that I didn't even know existed. And I asked them how hot it was there, because last year it was really hot here, and they said, oh, well, our places, we live in the mountains, so it's not ever hot there. So, I mean, you learn stuff. Pretty cool. So that's happening this week. That's about it. I'll leave you with a video footage of what happened to my mom and my brother's vehicles. Yeah. Upward and onward. Not only did they tag Mom's car, which was further in the driveway, but they got Richard's brand new truck. And then they got it here and there.